Hello, students. Today, we begin our journey through the 5 year plans of India. These plans shaped our country's economy for nearly 7 decades. In this first part, we will cover the period from 1951 to 1985, from the first plan to the sixth plan. After independence, India faced huge challenges: poverty, food shortages, poor infrastructure, and almost no modern industry. To tackle these, the government adopted centralized economic planning modeled on the Soviet Union. The Planning Commission was set up in 1950 under Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Sir, why was planning necessary instead of leaving everything to the market? Good question. India's private sector was too weak at that time. Without planning, resources could have gone unevenly to only a few areas. So, planning allowed the government to prioritize agriculture, industry, and social justice. The first plan was based on the Harrod-Domer model. Its target growth rate was 2.1%, but India achieved 3.6%. The focus was on agriculture, irrigation, power, and transport. This was also the only plan where prices actually declined, a rare achievement in India's history. The second plan, also known as the Mahalanobis Plan, marked the shift. It emphasized rapid industrialization with a focus on heavy industries, iron, steel, machine building, and chemicals. The industrial policy of 1956 gave priority to the public sector, aiming for a socialistic pattern of society. Major steel plants at Bhilai, Rourkela, and Durgapur were established. Sir, did this plan succeed fully? It did boost industry, but neglected agriculture. That imbalance led to food shortages later. Still, it laid the foundation for India's industrial growth. The third plan, called the Gadgil Yojana, targeted expansion of basic industries and aimed to reduce inequality. However, it failed badly due to the 1962 war with China, the 1965 war with Pakistan, and severe droughts. By the end of the plan, India was in economic crisis. Because of the crisis, the government suspended the next 5 year plan and instead introduced three annual plans. In 1966, the rupee was devalued to boost exports, but production remained stagnant. This period is remembered as the Plan Holiday. The fourth plan focused on growth with stability and self reliance. The target for agricultural growth was 5.7%, but only 3.3% was achieved. However, two major events happened: the Green Revolution began, transforming wheat production, and 14 major banks were nationalized, giving the government more control over credit. Sir, what was the impact of the Green Revolution? It made India self sufficient in food grains, especially wheat. Farmers in Punjab, Haryana, and western UP saw major benefits. But it also created regional imbalance as other states lagged behind. The fifth plan, prepared by D.D. Dhar, had two main goals: Garibi Hatao, or poverty removal, and self reliance. The growth target was 4.4%, and 4.8% was achieved. But the Junta Party government terminated it in 1978, 1 year earlier. Instead of a regular 5 year plan, the Junta government introduced the rolling plan, inspired by economist Gunnar Myrdal. In this model, unspent funds from 1 year were carried forward to the next. Its focus was on employment, small industries, and the minimum needs program. With Indira Gandhi back in power, the sixth plan was launched. It targeted 5.2% growth but achieved 5.7%. The plan aimed to modernize technology, reduce unemployment and poverty, and strengthen family planning programs. Sir, was this plan more balanced compared to earlier ones? Yes, it combined industrial growth with agricultural reforms and technology, giving India more stability. Students, this brings us to 1985. We've seen India move from agriculture to heavy industry, then to crisis, and finally to balanced growth. In the next part, we'll study the modern era from 1985 to the end of the 5 year plans in 2017. Jai Hind.